Being around insecure people will make you insecure. Being around confident people who kind of know what they're doing, who've got their act together, who are trying to make things and accomplish things, because there's so many people out there who talk and talk and talk but never do anything. Being around people who do things, who get things done, who've made a business, who've made this, that, or the other, their goal to be around because they'll infect you with their positive energy. Fake confidence is like bravado, right? And you're putting on an act. And particularly women who've had to deal with this for, millennia, they can smell it, they can sense it. They don't have to, it's not in your words, it's the body language, etc., etc. Real confidence comes from actual actions, from your actual things you've accomplished, right? So, when you're 22, 21, it's hard to have that confidence because what is it based on?
Being confident when you meet a man or a woman is very important, and it's very seductive. It's a very powerful quality. It's like charisma. If it's just you're trying so hard to feel confident, particularly women, they can see right through it. You're not going to have confidence until you actually create something, but it can come in small pieces. Like, okay, I'm going to start a business. I have a business in my mind. It's been my dream. I can't start right now because I don't have the funds. I'm going to spend the next few months learning the first steps of the process. That already will build confidence that you're doing something. You're not just living in your dreams and imagining.
Confidence is extremely important in the realm of seduction. You can almost not go wrong with it. Yes, you can border on being insane and grandiose, but the feeling of that person is comfortable and confident and has that kind of inner force energy that's coming up from somewhere they don't know is very powerful and very good.
A powerful person has a directed focus. A weak person is like always looking around, touching their hair, touching their face. A powerful person is able to look at everybody in the room directly, whereas somebody who's weak is always kind of averting their gaze. There are these signs of kind of confidence and charisma where you feel you are powerful and it emanates outward. Your eyes have that certain gaze. It's unfortunate because for women, it's a little bit harder to play that game because some of the things that read as powerful for men, for women should read as powerful, but often read as she's mean, she's a bitch, right? So women have a harder time in playing this game of appearances because they're judged so much on their looks and not about these other things. So it's complicated, but there are these kind of cues that people give off that show that they've inwardly feel secure and powerful, and it kind of emanates outward. There's a law in there, act like a king to be treated like one. If you feel like you're a king or a queen, people will believe that you are.
What are the 3 things you shouldn't do if you're interested in power? First thing you should never do is be in a hurry for power, because that's going to cause you to make all kinds of stupid mistakes. You're going to think that getting attention and recognition and getting people to love you and like you and admire you is power, and you can do that tomorrow by being charming and brilliant and witty. It's not sustainable. So the only form of power that's sustainable is one that you build over time, that's based on something real, that's based on your own skills that you have, on your own experience that you have. And the more patient you are in the game of power, the tougher you will be and the more powerful you will become. So your impatience is the greatest impediment of all to any kind of power. The second thing you should never do is take people at face value. It's very difficult for us because we assume the appearance of people is the reality. But people wear masks. They're incredibly tricky. They're incredibly elusive. Even your allies may not be as much of an ally as you think they are. So develop the habit of thinking that people are disguising something. It's not nefarious, it's not evil. You're just thinking that the appearance that they have of being so confident, so strong, might actually be concealing deep insecurities, or that dramatic, charismatic person might be hiding deep levels of irrationality and even madness, an infecting type person. So don't ever take people at face value. Don't trust their appearances. And the third one is, don't try to be like other people. It's very, very difficult because we're conformists by nature, and we want to imitate what's out there. We look at icons and people in media, we say, I want to be just like him. I want to be just like her. I want to have that kind of attention. and that kind of success. And the most powerful people, the most successful people in the world, they're one of a kind. There's never been anyone else like them. They're so weird, they're so different, their style is so unique that is their source of power. Trying to run away from that and trying to be like other people and trying to imitate them only means that you're incredibly replaceable. So if you're just like everybody else, there's no reason for anybody to hire you in the long run, because eventually they can replace you with someone younger and cheaper. But if you're truly an original, if you're truly different, if you have skills that nobody else has, if you have something to say and express no one's expressed before, that is the ultimate position of power.
Interaction with boldness. So most people are just too timid in life. They're afraid of failure. They're afraid of making mistakes. I never try anything. I never have to put up with criticism. Never have to put up with people scrutinizing me. So most people end up being too shy, too timid in life. And you've got to get over that. And you've got to learn how to be bold with your ideas and with your actions. So I try to make each one of my books kind of a statement and impress people with like a strong idea and not be afraid of criticism and not being afraid of controversy. So boldness has gotten me through life, and I think it's critically important in this day and age.
You want to feel kind of strong and anchored in yourself. Now that's not so easy in this world, because a lot of people see masculinity as something negative, whereas it's actually something very, very positive. It's this kind of energy that has built cities, that has invented things, that has created civilization. Not that women did not have a huge role in that as well, but there's something extremely positive about masculine energy.
Knowledge and skills are like gold, a currency you will transform into something more valuable than you can imagine. And it's similar to one of your tweets, which is eventually the time that was not spent on learning skills will catch up to you and the fall will be painful.
Well, life can be kind of difficult, right? You don't really know sometimes where you're headed. Nobody kind of gives you any kind of guidance in this world, right? And they don't tell you when you graduate college, go ahead, go Robert, you go study this. This is what, this is what your brain is suited for, et cetera, et cetera. You have to find your own path. And so for me personally, I spent years in the wilderness. So I'm gonna give this a personal spin because I think that helps a little bit, because I can answer it inside my own body here. So I know I want to be a writer, but I can't figure out what the hell I'm gonna write. So I leave college and I try journalism because I have to make a living, I have to support myself, and I don't really like it. It doesn't suit me. You write an article and then a week later it's forgotten, nobody reads about it. And as somebody who studied ancient Greek and Latin in college, I think in terms of thousands of years and not in 3 days or a week, I want something that I write to be read in 3024, Sorry. So it wasn't a good fit. So I quit. I wander around Europe trying to write a novel with my backpack. I live in London. I live in Paris. I lived in Ireland. I lived in Greece. You name it. I taught English in Spain. Trying to write a novel. I had no discipline. I couldn't do it. It didn't work. And I starting to get depressed. I had spent 18 years or so acquiring high levels of skill in writing. Okay? I learned in journalism how to write under a deadline, under pressure, how to make it dramatic, how to make the opening sentence exciting enough to make you read on further. Trying to write novels taught me about creating stories, which is a huge part of my writing. Working in Hollywood, I learned how to research, which is a huge element, and then the theatrical element, making things dramatic, also story. Okay? All of that time, slowly by slowly, brick by brick, I had developed real level skill. So when it came time to write the 48 Laws of Power, I could do it. I had learned all this discipline. I had learned how to write under a deadline. I learned how to make things entertaining. The whole bag. Okay? And so the world opened up for me. Prior to that time, I was miserable. Really, really was. I mean, I had good moments too. You're young, you're always happy when you're young. But a lot of times I was miserable. And I didn't know why, but I was acquiring skills, not even aware of it. And so the reason I write that is, when you develop that skill, when you're serious about it, because I was very serious about writing,